evening, everyone. Welcome to the American Sports Connection. I am your host, the one and only Joey Railroads. I am here tonight with a very special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome CZWDojo Wars talent Mike Dell. Mike, how you doing this evening?
What's up, big man? What's going on?
Nothing much, man. I always ask talent when they come on this show. Now, I was a big Hogan mark when I was a kid, so I'm dating myself. And right. I got really hooked around the time Earthquake attacked Hogan and they rolled him out on the stretcher and you didn't know if he was going to retire. But my question is, were you a fan growing up? And if you were, what was the moment that you remember you're like, oh, this is my shit?
It was, I definitely remember WCW Saturday Night back in, 96, yes. 95, 96, with the big spaceship doors opening up and, the smoke coming out, something like that. And I think, one of the first guys I ever watched was, Wrath and Van Hammer. And I thought, this is awesome, just the presentation of it and the theatrics and everything like that. And then I started watching guys like Rey Mysterio and Glacier, and then those guys really got me into it. And then the exact moment that I remember that I'm this is what I have to do. I have to watch this every week. I want to do this with my life, is when I think it was Great American Bash 96 it might have been, when Kevin Nash powerbombed Bischoff off the stage.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I was at my friend's house for that.
Yeah. I think that was, I remember watching that at my house, and I thought that was the coolest shit ever.
Yeah, that's right when NWO was getting going. So that was when everything started getting really hot.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's cool. Now, you were trained by Pat Buck, correct?
Right.
All right, now, for those of you, before I ask this, that don't know who Pat Buck is, he was in OVW, which was WWE's developmental before NXT for a long time, trained a lot of guys that a lot of people don't know about. So Pat's really been around. So what was that experience like for you?
Well, first I'll take you back to the very beginning. When I broke in 2010, I actually got trained originally by Corvus Fear. A lot of people know him as Eric Corvus now.
Okay.
But yeah, Corvus originally trained me in the summer of 2010. And then I started working sporadically around Jersey for Bandito Jr. and I worked beyond in Ohio, and then just different promotions in Jersey that really the really rinky-dink sucky promotions. just to get experience, stuff like that. And then I didn't really. I wrestled in 2011. I wrestled at Beyond in Massachusetts, and then in 2012 is when I joined PWS at that time, which was called at that time.
Yeah.
Pat Buck was originally trained. He trained me. I joined in September 2012. So and it's funny because I actually had something going there. They called it the streak, how Undertaker had his streak. I had my own little streak going where I didn't miss a day of training from the day I joined in September 2012 until March 2016.
That's awesome.
When I had the flu, that's when I couldn't make it. But they dubbed it the streak because I never missed a day of training. So, but yeah, I mean, dude, Pat Nash a phenomenal trainer. Like, he knows his shit. Like, he's been around. He knows what he's talking about. I mean, I love the guy. He's awesome. I don't always agree with everything that he does. But I mean, he's awesome. He's just like, he's legit one of the best trainers. He knows his shit.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's a glowing recommendation. Everything I always hear about him is what you just said, that he really is just amazing working with guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, since you have come back down to the combat zone and Dojo Wars, excuse me, you actually aligned yourself with Kit Osborne. Now, why Kit? Why align yourself with him?
Honestly, because, well, I'll say it like this. Like, I came down to Dojo Wars. The first Dojo Wars I did was Dojo Wars 31. And I wrestled Joey Janela. And then I didn't come back to Dojo Wars until Dojo Wars 89. That's when I came back. And, like, the first guy there who, because, like, there was all these, like, people I haven't really seen or anything like that. So, like, one of the first guys that I talked to was Kit Osborne. And Kit is just, like, he's awesome. He's just, like, an awesome dude to be around. He's an awesome dude to talk to. Like, his personality is, like, out there. Like, he's awesome. So I think I didn't really have any direction when I first came back. I just kind of, like, wrestled matches and stuff like that. And then Emel kind of put me in a tag team with him because Kit's other partner couldn't make it for some reason. So me and him, we just, like, automatically just clicked right away. It's like our style and our sense of humor and just, like, everything about us, like, we blended so well together. So we just kept going with it and going with it and going with it. And we got a lot of praise for, like, our work together and things like that. So Kit is just awesome to work with. And honestly, I'm happy that I'm able to work with him because he's just awesome. And we just work so well together.
Okay, well, that's cool then. How did To Hear James come about then to make you a trio?
I think Tahir was, like, a little bit like me. He was really, like, lost with no direction. Just kind of, like, wrestled matches, and that was it pretty much. But I guess his Emel just, like, kind of, like, threw him with us. It's kind of like, here you go. He doesn't really have any direction, so I guess we'll just put him with you guys. And, like, Tahir was like, I love Tahir because I trained with him at WrestlePro too.
Okay.
Before this, so, like, I knew him and everything like that. Like, yeah, he was like, he didn't really fit with our group initially, but I think as time went on, we made him fit in, and, like, we molded him into the group. So he's kind of got his own thing going, like, personality-wise. Like, he's not as outgoing as me and Kit, but I think he it works well with us. Like, we work well together as, like, a tag team, and I think he's starting to come out a little bit more and, like, show more personality and more in his matches. And he's, like, starting to progress in his matches as well. So, like, it's a perfect blend too.
Right, yeah, I understand what you're saying, and I can agree with that because you will know this, when you guys come out, for people that haven't seen him, you guys get a ton of heat as soon as you come out the door.
Yeah, I love that. That's amazing, yeah.
So something's working. Now,
Yeah.
which do you prefer, Mike? Do you enjoy doing singles matches, or do you like doing the tags with Kid or Tahir, or the six mans like you had at the mega event in December?
I mean, they have their ups and downs, things like that, and they have their own specialties and things like that. Like, I love working tag matches because I love coming up with like creative ideas to do like different tag team moves and like things like that. But I definitely love working singles as well because I get to showcase what I'm about and not just like what I'm about for like half of the match and things like that. I don't know. I like working both. They're both unique in their own way. So I love them both.
Okay, now Babs in the chat wants to know, who is your favorite guy to work with?
At CZW or like of all time?
In general.
I'd probably have to say Dan Moff is like one of my favorite people to work with. Moff as well as Darius Carter.
Okay, that's cool. Now, is there like a dream match for you? Like, this is the person I like I have to work with, or I really want to like work with?
I actually haven't given it like much thought. I mean, there's guys in CZW that I'd like to work, like Joe Gacy. I'd love to work him. Guys like Matt Riddle, Leon St. Giovanni, guys like that in ROH. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have like one person in mind or anything like that. I love to work like everybody, as many people as I can.
Right. That I got you. Now, what can we expect from you in 2017?
Honestly, just you're gonna expect a whole lot of shit, man. Like, I got this thing going right now. I can't reveal it just yet, but you'll know when the time is right. It's called it's called Delavision.
Oh boy, that sounds awesome.
Yes, I cannot reveal any specifics just yet, but I am in collaboration with a certain somebody who I also cannot name yet. And we're working on things, so I think it's going to be a pretty big hit, and I'm planning on taking it everywhere. CZW, just everywhere, and it's going to be hopefully it'll be a pretty big hit, but I'm sure people will like it. But yeah, you're going to see me wrestling a lot more in different places and things like that, and just getting my name out there and doing my thing.
Dude, that sounds amazing.
Yes, it will be.
You've piqued my curiosity now.
Good.
Yeah, because I mean, you know how hard it is because on the indie scene, there's some, and I'm not knocking guys when I say this, but there are some really bad ones out there.
Oh, you don't have to tell me, bro. I see them all the time.
I can only imagine, like, you know what I mean? But that's exciting for you for 2017, to try something a little different and, kind of see where it goes.
Oh, yeah, I'd also like to work Sami Callihan and Chris Dickinson as well. I've wanted to work them since fucking 2010.
That would be awesome.
That would be. I actually met Dickinson at Beyond in 2010, and I've wanted to work him ever since then, but we never got a chance. So hopefully this year it'll happen in some way.
I'll tell you this. this was because it reminded me when you mentioned Sami Callihan, because he's done this before too. I went to a show this weekend with Lio Rush. He was in a 4-way. And he literally did 3 dives out of the ring consecutively to 3 different guys outside of the ring to 3 different sides of the ring.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, Leo's awesome.
That is amazing.
Yeah, Leo's awesome.
Because Sami Callihan was the one that originally did that.
Yeah.
So the light bulb went off when you told. I was like, oh yeah, Leo did that this weekend. But
yeah, Leo's awesome, man.
Yes, I got to talk to him for about 5 or 10 minutes on Saturdays. Really humble guy.
Yes.
Which is cool because I'll tell you this real quick. Where he worked at, he actually put their champion over. He took the fall that night. And I was really impressed by that because there are some guys that won't do that.
Yeah, which is just ridiculous. I mean,
oh, absolutely.
It's fucking, wins and losses don't matter. Like, I don't understand why people make such a big deal about it.
No, I look at it like this, and you'll probably agree. If you're over, you're over. It doesn't matter if you win or lose.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's ridiculous.
Right, I agree with you. Now, if people want to contact you on social media, Mike, how can they reach you?
They can look me up on Facebook, Mike Dell. They could get at me on my Instagram, which is Delavision1. And
you already got it rolling on Instagram.
Yeah, that's right, brother. And as well as on my YouTube page, youtube.com/Delavision1. So that's pretty much it. Those 3 things right there.
Yeah, dude, I'm really excited about checking this out now since you're switching everything around.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I've done so many gimmicks over the course of my career. It's just like I never, and it's just like I'm doing what I want to do now. Because I felt like in the past, I always did like what the promoters wanted me to do, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like they kind of they would pigeonhole you into like a certain thing, kinda.
Right. Exactly. So now I'm just doing like I just want to do what I want to do. I want to make my own path, and I just want to do it my way. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That's what everybody wants to do. Where it's like you have a character that's, as they say, all the ones that are successful are basically an extension of who you are, but just with the volume turned all the way up.
Exactly. That's exactly what this is going to be.
Oh, well, then that'll be really interesting.
Oh, bro, you better keep your peepers open, brother. It's going to be good.
Yeah, well, you'll see me at the dojos. I'm going to be there unless I'm sick or something, so hopefully...
You're going to be there this week? You're going to be there this week?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, I'll always be there because... and you probably remember this. I think you were there that night. The night they let my son beat Jimmy for his birthday.
Yeah, I remember that. That was cool.
I'll tell you this. Emel pulled me aside and he goes, "This is the plan we have. Do you think he'll do it?" I was like, "Yeah, he'll do it." He said, "All right, tell him to do whatever Jimmy says." I said, "All right." So I'm reminding him through the show. And he comes down after he did it. I said, "Bud, what did he tell you in the ring to do?" And what did he say? And he said, "Dad, he told me to hit him really hard."
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got a kick out of that. But we're going to get out of here for tonight, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, give a thumbs up, and we'll see you back next time. Have a good night, everybody.